Joining me now to react is Ambassador Adam Ereli, former U.S. ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain. So, Ambassador, the U.N.'s supposed to be known as peacemakers, and yet I get a sense that their dislike of Donald Trump overwhelms their desire for him to do well in peacemaking with North Korea. That's just my impression by going around the U.N. and knowing some of those folks. What do you think?
Well, I think you're probably right. Donald Trump is a disruptor. He's definitely not business as usual when it comes to how the UN operates. So, but look, that's neither here nor there when it comes to peace with North Korea. I think that everybody could agree that peace with North Korea is a good thing, denuclearization is a good thing, a permanent peace treaty is a good thing. But how we get there, it's a rocky road.
It is indeed. Let me switch to Iran. We're short on time because of the president speaking earlier.
Sure.
We had this explosion at a military parade in Iran over the weekend. About 29 people were killed. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the thing. Of course, the Iranian regime is also blaming the United States. When you combine that with the earlier protests a couple of months ago, I'm just wondering if the regime is in trouble there.
Well, I think the Trump administration would certainly like to think so. I would note that there was another group that claimed responsibility as well, a armed opposition group in that part of Iran. I think what's clear is sanctions are having an impact on Iran. Their currency is falling through the floor. There have been nonstop protests since December. The regime, if not on the ropes, is certainly under unprecedented pressure. And I think you can expect Trump to keep that pressure up in his remarks both tomorrow at the UN General Assembly and at the Security Council on Wednesday.
And very quickly, the U.S. has now given an ultimatum for European countries and companies dealing with Iran. When it comes down to choosing, if they have to choose dealing with little Iran or dealing with the United States, aren't they going to dump Iran?
Absolutely. They've already been doing it for months. And I would also point out oil sanctions come into effect November 4th. The United States will be seeking to cut off all revenue from Iranian oil sales.
Gotcha. Thank you for making the answers so delightfully short. Ambassador Ereli, we appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.